All right, so today we are going to start with the next lecture, that is regarding the introduction of genetic algorithm. This is the fifth unit from application to soft computing. Basically, before starting with genetic algorithm, I just wanted to give you an introduction regarding the evolutionary computation, because genetic algorithm is the type of or a part of evolutionary computation, right? It is the evolutionary algorithm that we have in genetic algorithm. So we first need to understand what is evolutionary computation and what strategies we use in genetic algorithm, right? So first of all, we need to understand, can evolution be intelligent? When we talk about evolutionary, the first word that comes is evolution, because evolutionary is coming from evolution. So can evolution be intelligent? That is a question, right? So first of all, let's understand what intelligence is about, right? Intelligence can be defined as the capability of a system to adapt its behavior to ever-changing environment. See, this is very important definition. That is, if a particular system has the capability to adapt all the changes that is going on in the environment and will go on in the future, the system is said to be as intelligent, right? We are not concerned how the system is developed or what form of system it is, but if it can adapt all the changes from the environment and it can survive in the future, that is called as intelligence. Now, according to Alan Turing, he is a scientist. He says that the form or appearance of a system is irrelevant to its intelligence. That means intelligence cannot be related to the appearance of the system or the form of the system, but the behavior of the system, so that it can adapt all the changes in the environment, is the intelligence, right? So this is intelligence. Now we come to evolutionary computation. What basically the evolutionary computation is, it simulates evolution on a computer, right? When we say evolutionary computation, evolution is being stimulated on the computer here. So that is why we are calling it as evolutionary computation. The result of such simulation is a series of optimization algorithm, usually based on simple set of rules. That means we are going to simulate the evolution on the computer with the help of series of optimization algorithm. We are going to use algorithms which are used for optimization and which has certain set of rules, right? Now, when we say we are going to use a series of optimization algorithm, let's understand what actually optimization is, right? Optimization is an iterative process with the help of which we can improve the quality of the solutions until we reach to a optimal solution, which is the least feasible solution, right? So optimization basically is when we have a large number of solution set, and out of those solution set we have to find the best solution. It can be considered in consideration of maximum or the minimum. So that particular solution, the best solution out of the complete set of solution we are finding out, that particular is called as the optimization, right? So we are going to use certain series of optimization algorithm with the which are based on simple set of rules. So that particular is evolutionary computation. Now, we say that the behavior, as I have told you, the behavior is important so that you can adapt to the changes of the environment. So if that particular system can adapt to the changes over successive generations, the organism will survive. Here we are talking about organism. Earlier I talked about the system. So this is one and the same thing. Organism is in terms of the biological language, and system we are talking about in the information technology or the computer language. So the organism or the system can survive if it can adapt to the changes in successive generations. We can say that this organism is capable of learning to predict changes in its environment. So if a particular organism or system can predict the changes and adapt to the changes in the environment, that species or that organism will survive in future, and it has the larger probability of surviving in successive generations. Right? Now, one more thing, that is evolutionary approach is based on computation models of natural selection genetics. Right? So basically we are going to understand this natural selection also. First of all, we need to understand that this computation model, evolutionary computation model, is based on natural selection procedure. We call this as evolutionary computation, and evolves, or it is coming in terms of combination of genetic algorithm, evolution strategies, and the genetic programming. So these are the three things or working as the umbrella for evolutionary computation. Now see what evolution is. Evolution को हम कैसे define करेंगे? Evolution can be seen as a process leading to the maintenance of a population's ability to survive and reproduce in specific environment, right? So what it is, evolution can be seen as the process of leading to maintenance of a population's ability to survive and reproduce in a specific environment. This ability is called as evolutionary fitness. That means if a particular system or the species can survive in successive generations due to its behavior of adapting the changes, and it can predict the changes in the future, so it can easily adapt those changes, that particular is termed as evolutionary fitness. Now evolutionary fitness can also be measured or viewed as measure of organisms ability to anticipate changes in environment. When we say it can adapt the changes, so it should also have the ability to anticipate the changes which are coming in future. So if the organism has the ability to anticipate these changes in its environment, that particular is called as the evolutionary fitness. So depending on the fitness, the survival rate is going to be defined, right? The success rate, survival rate will be defined on the basis of fitness of the organism. The fitness or the quantitative measure of the ability to predict environmental changes and respond adequately can be considered as the quality that is optimized in natural life. So that is what is happening in the natural life also. That is the best, the survival of the fittest. The best is going to survive. And who is the best? The best is the one who is going to adapt the changes. Who is going to adapt the changes? Who can anticipate the changes and act accordingly. So that defines the fitness of evolutionary, right? Now we have the Darwin's theory. What is this Darwin's theory? This was the theory which was defined by the English naturalist, that was Charles Darwin, right? What does it say? It says that all these species of organisms arise and develop through the natural selection of small inherited variations that increase the individual's ability to compete, to survive, and to reproduce, right? So what is the Darwin's theory? It is basically that the organism can survive, it can compete, and it can reproduce, and with the help of which it can survive in future. According to these behaviors, we can say that the organism is fit to survive in future, right? So evolutionary computation and natural selection is based on survival of the fittest. Survival of the fittest means the one who is fit is going to survive in future. Others will diminish, right? So we have already seen what is actually the meaning of fittest in the earlier slides. Now we are going to see with the help of an example in the natural selection. That is, let us consider how is a population with increasing fitness generated. Let us consider a population of rabbits. We are going to consider the population of rabbits. See, some of the rabbits were very fast and some of the rabbits were slow. So some of the rabbits were very fast as compared to the others. So what happened? They can be termed as having this superior fitness. Why superior fitness? Because they have the behavior of running very fast. Due to which, what happened? They avoided foxes and they survived. Foxes can eat these rabbits, so they avoided these foxes because they can run very fast and they survived, and then they breeded. That means new generation was created. So we can say that the rabbits, those who were fast, they avoided the foxes, they survived, and then they breeded. That means that is what we were saying, that is they need to compete, they need to give birth to the next generation, that is they need to reproduce, and that is how they will survive, right? So this is how they survived. What we say, we say if two parents have superior fitness. So what was the fitness for rabbits? The fitness was they can run faster than the others, right? So if two parents have superior fitness, there is a good chance that the combination of their genes will produce an offspring with even higher fitness. So what does actually says that over time the entire population of rabbits become faster to meet their environmental changes in face of foxes. That means when the two parents have a superior fitness function, what we think, according to the natural process, the combination of these two superior fitness parents create the offspring, create or produce the offspring who has even the higher fitness, right? Who has even the higher fitness. So this is how the rabbits, the population of rabbits survived, and they meet the environmental changes in terms of the foxes, right? So this is how we define the fitness. This is called as the survival of the fittest. This is the example, kind of, right? So now simulation of natural evolution. What is the simulation of natural evolution? All methods of evolutionary computation simulate natural evolution. Natural evolution, we all know, that is two parents meet, they reproduce, and they produce an offspring, and that particular offspring has certain characteristics of both the parents. So we consider if the parents have a better fitness function, the offspring which is created or the produced will have a higher fitness function and will have the higher chances of creating a better population and will survive in future. So all methods of evolutionary computation simulate natural evolution by creating a population of individuals, evaluating their fitness, generating a new population through genetic operators, and repeating this process a number of times. So how this natural evolution will work for the optimization for the evolutionary algorithm? What is it? It is they will create a new population, they will create a population of individuals. We are going to evaluate their fitness function. We are going to choose the parents who are fittest, who have the higher fitness function, and those particular will be generating new population through genetic operators that we will study. And this process is going to be repeated number of times. Iteration will be done, so that particular iteration will give you the best solution, that is the optimized or the feasible solution out of the complete set of solutions. Now, genetic algorithm is an evolutionary algorithm. Genetic algorithm is what? It is an evolutionary algorithm. So it has a combination of what? It has a combination of evolution. It is working for the evolution, concept of evolution, plus the natural selection. Evolution with the natural selection, right? Natural selection, that gives us what? That gives us evolutionary computation. So genetic algorithm is a type of evolutionary algorithm which we are going to study in our syllabus, right? So that's all. I hope you must have understood the basic concept of evolutionary computation and what actually the natural selection is, what is the Darwinism theory, that is survival of the fittest, and we have already given the example of survival of the fittest. So thank you very much.